Ooh. I want to apologize for not putting out the mid-season review like I said I was going to. I had just way too many deadlines this week, so y'all are gonna have to wait for that. Third place. Third place in the NFC East, you guys. This was our second huge game. This was our second prove it game for the year. The first one was against Tampa Bay. We failed. The second one was today, and we failed again. I was the first fucking guy to tell these dumbass Cowboys fans, do not underestimate Green Bay. And all I've been hearing for like weeks leading up to this was, oh, Aaron Rodgers never seen this defense before. You know? Oh, it's different this time because Rodgers has never gone against Trayvon Diggs, which Trayvon Diggs, I don't want to imply he had a bad game. Trayvon Diggs had a pretty good game. He hasn't seen Micah Parsons yet. Micah Parsons didn't really do shit today. Micah Parsons still looks hurt. And I feel like it's going to be another Zeke situation last year where once the season is over, then the news actually comes out about, oh no, you see, what happened with Ezekiel Elliott is, you know, he had a really bad knee injury. I feel like that's the same shit going on right now with Micah Parsons. Lower body injury somewhat, because he did not make much noise at all in this game. The team is a fraud, okay? The Dallas Cowboys are frauds, and it's not just the offense, it's not just the coaching staff, it's the defense also. The defense fucking sucked today. The defense they absolutely fucking disappointed in the moments where we needed them. We choked a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter. The first time in franchise history that has ever fucking happened. And who was the one that did it? It was Aaron Rodgers and the goddamn Green Bay Packers. Mike McCarthy and his homecoming did not mean a fucking goddamn thing to me. That did not mean shit to me. Because either way, it's still the Dallas Cowboys in Lambeau Field, and that is a recipe for a disaster, and a disaster is exactly what we got, especially with that overtime fucking drive that we got. I don't know if y'all were keeping up with my community posts like during the game, but I literally said, yo, this after we won the coin toss, I said, yo, this 3 and out is about to go crazy. And we didn't go 3 and out, but I mean we might as well have. The penalties, oh, shit, I gotta charge my phone. The penalties were killer. The penalties came out of nowhere. Fuck you, Jalen Tolbert, especially. I don't even know why Jalen Tolbert suited up for this game at all. Let me just make sure my fucking charger's plugged in all the way. I don't want my shit to die midstream. But I don't know why he suited up for this game, period. I don't know why I don't even know why he was on the flight to Green Bay, honestly. CeeDee Lamb had probably his best game of his career. And it was for naught. We still came up empty. Those first 2 touchdowns came from our turnovers. It came from Dak throwing interceptions. That's how the Packers got 14 so easily. Both of people want to say, "Oh, it's all Schultz's fault. Oh, it's all Dak Prescott's fault." I'm blaming each and every single person on the offense and the offensive coordinator and the head coach. I don't understand why there were this many miscommunications on offense, especially after a fucking bye week. Now, do y'all remember what I've been harping about the entire second half of last year and the entire offseason this year? About how our fucking offense just collapsed and fell off the face of the goddamn planet after the bye week? That's what happened in this game for like the first half. Two fucking interceptions that both led to Green Bay Packer touchdowns. Okay. This loss, whether if you want to bitch about the referees not calling that pass interference on that overtime drive when Dak threw that third down pass to CeeDee Lamb, this loss is 100% our fucking fault for lack of discipline, and the miscommunications on our offense is fucking inexcusable. I do not want to hear shit about the referees and like how biased they were, because they bailed us out a couple times. Yeah, I mean, Dak, he had what, 2 interceptions? Yeah, and again, both of those led to touchdowns. Dak Prescott looked like absolute fucking dog shit on that first drive. I don't understand. We are the 2015 Dallas Cowboys. The game after the bye week, always. You might as well have fucking Brandon Weeden as our quarterback when it comes to how piss poor our offense is the week after the bye week. It's absolutely inexcusable, and it's fucking pitiful. The miscommunication on the offense is terrible, but the defense, especially today, was fucking dog shit. The Green Bay Packers, it was obvious when the second you turned on the game and their offense was on the field, it was obvious they did their homework. It was obvious that they knew that the way to beat the Dallas Cowboys was to run the ball. And run the ball, they did. Holy shit. After everything we hear about how godly Sam Williams is, and how godly Micah Parsons is, and DeMarcus Lawrence, and Dorance Armstrong, and Neville Gallimore, and that new guy that we traded from fucking Las Vegas. We hear so much about how godlike this front seven is, but they cannot stop the run for fucking shit. Yeah. OBJ. You know what? Yeah, let me talk about OBJ for a second. Let me just talk about him. OBJ, can you please shut the fuck up and sign with a team already? I have not heard so much about OBJ in a single week since his fucking rookie season with the New York Giants. Just sign with somebody and shut the fuck up with, oh, look at me, I'm going to the Kansas City Chiefs game. Look at me, I'm going to the LA Rams game. Look at me, I'm going to the Buffalo Bills game. Oh, whoever wins the season opener between the Buffalo Bills and the LA Rams is who's going to get me. Shut up. I don't even care if you sign with Dallas. Just sign somewhere and shut the fuck up already. Jeez, you have not received this much attention since that fucking one-handed catch you got against Brandon Carr. Fuck you, Odell Beckham. Anyways, back to the game. Aaron Rodgers finds his mojo against the Dallas Cowboys. Could not be a more fitting opponent. Not even the Bears would be more fitting. Aaron Rodgers owns us. The Green Bay Packers in general owns us. Not necessarily Aaron Rodgers, not necessarily Mike McCarthy. It is just point blank, the Green Bay Packers own the Dallas Cowboys. And every single time, it is 100% our fault. Matt Flynn, when he came back in 2013, completely our fault. And you know what? I'm probably going to lose subscribers for this, but I don't give a shit. Des Bryant, you dick riding motherfucker. I hate you, Des Bryant, so much. As soon as you were notified that we were going to release you, you were like, oh, I'll see y'all twice a year, implying that you're going to go to an NFC East rival, right? Nobody wants you. You go to the New Orleans Saints and turn down a contract from the Baltimore Ravens because you wanted to play against Dallas in 2018 and you tore your Achilles and you were out for the rest of the season. Fast forward 2 years later, you signed with the Baltimore Ravens and you couldn't play against us because of COVID and you threw your little temper tantrum and said you weren't going to play football anymore. And then fast forward again, now 2 years later, you're in our stands and you're dick riding us again. Fuck you, Des Bryant, and fuck you especially for what happened on Lambeau Field in 2015, January 16th against the Green Bay fucking Packers in the NFC Divisional Round game. You wanted to have your 88 moment, so when you went up and grabbed the ball, you caught it. You went up and you caught the ball, and then you tried to reach over the goal line because you wanted an 88 certified moment, but when you tried to reach over it, it bobbled a bit, and that's why the referees called it incomplete. Whereas if this is the ball, if you just held it against your stomach and played it smart and thought about the team on 4th down in the divisional round versus a fucking longtime rival, they would have called that a catch. But you wanted, Des Bryant, you wanted to have a fucking 88 moment. And you wanted to get the game sealing, the game winning touchdown in Lambeau. Fuck you. That was 100% your fault. Absolutely 100% fuck you, Des Bryant. And fuck you again for bringing up this whole Odell Beckham Jr. bullshit. Triple fuck you, Des Bryant. Fuck you, Scott Linehan in 2016 with that dog shit play calling, which allowed Aaron Rodgers the time to get us to put up a game-winning drive against us in the 2016 divisional round game, which led to the game-winning field goal. People want to blame the referees for that one because they were holding David Irving on the last play when Byron Jones got burnt. But that never would have happened in the first place if it wasn't for fucking Scott Linehan and his dog shit play calling and time management again on our last drive of that 2016 season, Dak and Zeke's rookie year. It's the same thing. We lose in the exact same fashion every single time we go against the Green Bay Packers, and all of that trauma and PTSD is coming out right now. We lost today because of incompetence on our offense. The defense are frauds, and we are now completely aware of that. And I guarantee, you motherfucker, I guarantee you, DeMarcus Lawrence, Kelvin Joseph, some of the other fuckers on our defensive line, the second they get in the locker room, they're gonna turn on their phones and they're gonna start reposting people saying, oh, look at this play that, my friend made who's on the Dallas Cowboys. And they're going to start posting their highlights on Instagram. Hey, we look like shit and we lost the game, but look at this one play I made. They do that every fucking time, especially DeMarcus Lawrence and especially you, fucking Kelvin Joseph. I hate Kelvin Joseph. Can we please get rid of this dude? And can we also get rid of Jalen Tolbert? We got that penalty because you were offsides. We got that penalty because you, an offensive player, were offsides. I don't give a fuck if you're a rookie. I don't give a fuck if you're in Lambeau Field going against the Packers and you're a Dallas Cowboy. Have you never lined up on a fucking American football offense before? It wasn't even really a complicated formation either. You were the only wideout on the fucking field. I don't know why he was the only. I don't know why they sent him out there in the first place to fucking begin with. It was incompetence from the coaching, the offense, especially the defense, and you know that. Oh my god, that decision to go for it on fourth down in overtime. Just, I know we shouldn't have been in that position to begin with anyway, because of our penalties, you know. But that decision to go for it, I, kind of like how Dez Bryant wanted to score that touchdown in 2015 during that divisional round game versus the Green Bay Packers. He wanted to have a certified 88 moment. Mike McCarthy wanted to have a certified homecoming moment against the Green Bay Packers, and something tells me that's why he went for it in that situation. It's a lack of discipline from the players all the way up to the coaches, and it's, I don't know how we're gonna. Yeah, yeah, exactly. 2 weeks. This was a product of 2 weeks against a longtime franchise rival. 2 weeks. We had 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks to go out there and have that many miscommunications and have the defense fail us that many times. Dan Quinn, you've been one of the most influential people for us, for this team. You've been so positive for trying desperately to put a 180 on this dog shit culture that we have in Dallas. But I can't understand why everything on our defense will click except for the run defense. And how they never show up in the games that we desperately need them to. Okay, week 1 versus Tampa Bay, they only gave up 19 points, and it was a season opener, and it was Tom Brady. You know, I'm not going to get balls deep into that game, but this game, really, this was I don't give a fuck about the playoffs or the postseason. This was the most important game of the Cowboys 2022 season, and we looked like shit. And we completely shit the bed, and I just don't know, like, this stream is going extra long right now because I fucking hate this team so much. I hate the fucking Green Bay Packers so much. We have only won one game against the Green Bay Packers in the last, 14 years? Dak and Zeke's rookie year, October. It was like mid-October, I think. Packers were wearing their throwback jerseys, and we basically blew them the fuck out. And really, that game was a fluke because it was the same story for Rodgers and the Packers. They were trying to find their groove, and by the time we fucking faced them in the divisional round that year, they found it. But we let them win that game, by the way. As I said earlier, fuck you, Scott Linehan, for that still. I'm not expecting a perfect game. Clearly, I'm not expecting us to go out there and be perfect, especially against a rivalry like this in this specific context of this matchup. But if we're seriously talking about being contenders and this is the year and all this bullshit, then these are the things that you have to take into account. Our defense looked scared as fuck. They looked scared exactly like they did in the playoff game last year against the San Francisco 49ers. This is not a football team anymore. I'm just going to keep saying it. This is not a football team. This is a Kickstarter for wannabe entrepreneurs like fucking Jalen Smith, like DeMarcus Lawrence. Something tells me DeMarcus Lawrence got a little pissed after Micah Parsons said, "Oh, we're a bunch of headhunters. We're a bunch of headhunters." He's going to be like, "No, we're still the hot boys. We're still the hot boys." Fuck you, DeMarcus Lawrence. He hasn't done that lately, but something about D-Law for that bullshit and the way they put out against the fucking against the LA Rams in the 2018 divisional round. I'm still pissed off about this, and I'm gonna wrap it up here. Cowboys blew it again versus the Green Bay Packers. I was desperately trying to tell Cowboys fans not to sleep on Green Bay, but people just kept saying "fuck you." They're 3-6. Okay, 3-6 apparently just erases fucking years of history. But anyways, there's no positive takeaways except for CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb, I'll give a pass. He got a pass interference. The referee didn't fucking call it on that third down in overtime. That was terrible. That was inexcusable as a referee. Or as, just an official, whatever. That's the technical term for it. Terrible job for the official on that one. But CeeDee Lamb had probably his best game of his career in Lambeau, which was fucking insane. I did not expect that at all. So kudos to him for sure. DeMarcus Lawrence just pisses me off. Like, I'm sorry. He kind of has a high-pitched voice compared to the other players on our team, kind of, but I don't know. Anyways, man. But yeah, that Odell Beckham bullshit. I just hope everyone keeps in mind that when news breaks out that he signed somewhere else and doesn't sign here, and Cowboys fans get pissed off at the front office, just know that you shouldn't be pissed off at them for not signing Odell Beckham. You should be pissed off at them for getting rid of Amari Cooper for absolutely zero fucking reason, which caused all this bullshit and all these rumors in the first place. So I just hope you guys keep that in mind when Odell Beckham signs with, I don't know, 49ers or Kansas City or something. Maybe it'll go to Tampa Bay. Who knows? Anyways, yeah. We have Minnesota next week. They're coming off 2 huge, stellar wins where they came together as a team against the Washington Commies, and today versus the Buffalo Bills, which is easily the game of the year in my opinion. I just can't really say enough just how disappointed I am in just this team that we got. I'll see you all next week. If you want my overall thoughts for the Cowboys so far this season, mid. We are a mid team again. It's the exact same thing as fucking last year. I just hope that the offense doesn't disappear and fucking collapse and fall off the face of the planet goddamn again. But, this is our fourth game that we've seen with Dak Prescott, so it's hard to evaluate where this team exactly is at. We still fucking suck in the first quarter, I know that much. Those 2 interceptions, goddamn. Whether you want to blame Dak or the receivers, everybody's held accountable, in my opinion, for those. Fuck everything about just the incompetence of this team is why I can't fucking stand 2 weeks of preparation. We had 2 weeks of preparation for this, but anyways, I'm logging off. I'll see you guys fucking next week. Fuck this team. Fuck OBJ. Triple fuck Dez Bryant. And peace. Jesus.